Hey folks, Vic here with your weekly trade video for Friday, January the 12th, 2024. Geez, the year's underway. One of the biggest struggles that traders have is the trading mindset that's needed in order to see consistent profitability. It's a real hurdle for most traders. And in his pre-market analysis videos, Darko often has some great nuggets of advice and inspiration. And he had some great stuff to share in his latest PMA that I really thought would be helpful for anyone to hear if you have aspirations of being a trader. I clipped out the part that I really wanted to share with you, and I hope that you not only like it, but that you truly embrace what Darko is saying. It's really important stuff, because if you do, I can promise you it will truly make a big difference in your trading. Also, we have some great stuff for everyone coming up, all free stuff. I've listed it in the text below this video or in the email that you receive, so just check that out. We're putting in a lot of work to provide usable content for all of our listeners. So if you are getting some value from it, please let us know by giving this video a thumbs up. That's all you have to do. It really means a lot to us, and it's kind of a way for you to communicate to us just by simply hitting the like button. So thank you for that. And now let's hear from Darko.
So we are both in Aussie and Kiwi, and I was very clear that both are very highly correlated. That means you should be risk exposing. So for Aussie dollar, okay, yearly bias is up, and we never know, these two are like, this one is higher than the previous one. We never know how deep we will go before heading up for the rest of the year, if that is happening. This is just my my bias. I could very well be wrong, and this could be heading down like for the entire year. We never know. Okay, so that's a probability game. The bias is up. That's like my 100% bias. Okay, price is retracing on a weekly chart down to a weekly significant neckline. Okay, I go down to my hourly chart. I see a set and forget. Okay, maybe not the most beautiful set and forget ever, but it's nonetheless, price is breaching that level deep enough to use as a natural stop. Then we convincingly reestablish with background space. If that was not enough, we also have a daily ACAT. The daily ACAT was the original entry. We got filled. Okay, price went up, and we thought that this will be heading up for the rest of the year. All good. Let's see, the risk was, or the risk is, let's say 35. Just make it a round number, or at least an easier number. 35 plus 55 pips. Okay, price went up 60 pips. That's 1-to-1. Okay, so now the question is, would you take 1-to-1, leave your stop loss in here, and have a risk-free look? For those who did it, you have a risk-free look. For those who said, you know what, I want to be in this trade for the rest of the year, or at least for months ahead, I don't want to take profit too early. If that's the case, you are in it to win it. This is your stop loss. If this goes against you, you are taking a full loss. So what's right and what's wrong? Well, what trade management system are you using? Are you using hands-on? If you are using hands-on, risk-free trade. If you are using hands-off, it will probably be a full loss if this goes against you. There is no right and wrong. Okay, me personally, when things are like my yearly bias is up, price is retracing back, the most perfect entry and stop loss, and I said that before we got filled, okay, would be in here with a low stop loss, because I highly doubt, I wouldn't say I highly doubt, but it's more like for price to take out this fractal structure violation of this fractal on a weekly chart demands a lot of money. Price could very well do this, and then do this. Well, this means a full loss for us who took hands off. Okay, if price comes down into this level, which is much more stronger, and if we see a pattern in here, well, that's definitely much more perfect than this one. Okay, because you need to visualize like how would the yearly candle is closing. Like, would we go like a bit down, more down, then we have like higher, and then close super bullish, Okay, or are we heading up from here and we have just a tiny wicks? So you have to visualize like what is the probability of the wicks correction on a yearly chart. That's only, what you suggest, or at least what you are looking for. You don't need to be right. But that's what you should be converting the weekly, monthly into the yearly chart. Okay? So what I'm doing, I will tell you how I'm doing, then it's up to you how to do it. I haven't done anything. Okay? And the thing with that is that if this becomes a full loss, I couldn't care less. I don't mind having losing trades. If you are a stage 1, 2 trader, losing trades are like it's the end of the world. Just like, oh geez, why didn't I take profit in here, and why didn't I did this and that? That's your mindset, and that needs to be changed. Okay? For stage 3, late stage 3 and stage 4 trader, especially stage 4 trader, well, take a losing trade. And then I take this trade. This becomes also a losing trade. 2 losing trades in a row. And then the third pattern appears. I take this one, and this one gives me 2,000 pips. And maybe within these, I lost 100 pips together. Okay, 50-50. Maybe 120. Okay, and by the end of the year, you are making 2,000 pips. Okay, that's a stage 4 mindset. So, and what if it doesn't go up 2,000? Well, just take two losing trades. Losing is when you are getting into a trading business. If you take 10 trades, okay, at least 4 of them will be losing trades. Okay, 6 of them is either winning or break even. Reduce win, break even, slightly better than break even. It's not a losing trade. Okay, there are times where we are 50-50. Okay, you take 10 trades, half of them is losing, half of them are winning. It depends how much you lost and how much you gain. Okay, so therefore there is a lot of comments about checking charts, checking your P&L, checking your every pip or so. I will definitely make a podcast episode about different trading challenges. Okay, I am not a therapist. Okay, I'm not pretending to be a therapist, and I'm not playing to be a therapist. Okay, geez, I just lost the word there. So sorry, I'm a bit tired. I've been working the entire day. So what I do know is that I struggled for 10 years, every single day, week, month, year, for a decade. Okay, and I wish I had someone who taught me about the stuff that I'm talking about in my podcast. It would have saved me 10 years of headache and struggles. So what I decided for my own when I was a struggling trader, like if I make it one day, or rather when I make it one day, I will be helping the entire world how I overcome those obstacles. You don't need to be a psychologist or a therapist, or because there are trading psychology, psychologists that is teaches you how to overcome your trading issues, and they are licensed psychologists. I'm not sure if we have those in Sweden, but I know that there is, like in other part of the world, especially if you are working for a hedge fund, they have their own psychologists that they will you have to meet them on regular basis and talk about your feelings, and they will help you along the way, which is like they are like trading specialists, like only trading psychology, and they are licensed. Okay, or you struggle for 10 years and you overcome those obstacles on your own, self-taught, and you write down your emotions, how you get over it, and then you help other people to do the exact same thing. And I'm doing that part. So and that's that's what I promised myself. Like, you know what? I have been through everything. I have done mistakes that you haven't even thought about making. And I also get over every single one of them. From being a stage 0 trader to a very, very high level of stage 4. Okay? So therefore, I will be doing several podcast episodes how I overcome those issues and why do you have it. Because there is a remedy, just like when you are like sick, you are going to a doctor and they give you medication. There is medication, or at least, training routines that need to be changed in order to overcome those, trading, mental trading issues. Okay? Or sorry, I just mixed all these words up today. I think you get my point. So therefore it's super important, and I wouldn't say I promise you, because I have honestly no idea, but talking to a professional trader that overcome struggling for 10 years, and listening to those advices, like I said, I have no evidence, no proof, no nothing. I have never talked to any trading psychologist, but I wouldn't say the outcome would be much different, because that psychologist is only helping you. He or she is a therapist. He or she is a psychologist. They are not traders. Okay, so they just listen to you, and they hear you say something, and they've been like specialized in how to overcome these stuff, but they have never seen it like that. They are not traders. Not all of them. Some of them are traders. What I'm trying to say is that only a trader can help another trader, because I understand what the problem is. I understand if you are trading against the trend, with the trend, how you are trading, why these problems occur. By talking about a specific trade or trades, then I can go back and see, hey, this guy or girl is doing this and that. Then I can give you very specific, hand design, only like for you, like the problem that you just shared with me. And I highly doubt that these therapists can do, understand your chart reading the same way that I do. Unless there is a guy, I'm not sure what his name, Alexander Elder, I think his name was. I know that I watched him a lot when I was like for 17 years ago. That guy is both therapist or psychologist and a trader. And I don't like his way of trading. I don't recommend his way of trading. I don't even know if he is like a legit real trader, but I remember that I was like, hey, geez, this guy is a psychologist and a trader. That's like super good. So you can go and Google him. I have, that's nothing wrong with Googling and reading and watching what other people do. But like I said, so therefore these type of questions are usually related to your mindset. So because my bias is 100% up, nothing has changed. So this could just be a losing trade. Not the best way of starting the year, but this is just like the second week of the year. The market hasn't even started to trade normally yet. Okay, so therefore I would say there's no right and wrong. It depends basically which stage you are in right now. Okay, so it's more like some people like to have risk-free trades and just leave it alone. Some people say, what, let's just give it this is worth 0.5% on my account, and I can take another 0.5% at some point. Well, if you go and do the win ratio for entire 2023 from 1st of January to the 31st of December, what would you say the win ratio were? Okay, I leave that to you. Was it 20%? Was it 50%? Was it 70%? Well, you tell me. Okay, so yeah, I'm leaving this alone. If this goes against me, I take a full loss. I'm saying this now before it becomes hindsight, just like that Euro Aussie trade. When I exited, I say, you know what? I'm exiting this trade. If this goes up 300 pips, I'm not in it. So the same in here. If this goes against me, you know I will be taking a losing trade. You're Aussie. I told everyone that I exited somewhere in here, and obviously in hindsight, it's up like 200 pips, or at least I think it was like, I think I got filled. Where did I get filled? Somewhere in here, maybe. Yeah, it's up 200 pips, and I'm not in it. I exited because of this lower low, lower close. Do I regret it? No. Why? Because we are making a lower low, lower close. What does that mean? That means 8 times out of 10, price will be making a lower high and a lower low. The other thing is that there is no natural stop in here. If there was a natural stop in here, then you can use that natural stop and be okay with these lower low, lower closes, because price could, like, moving around until we go up. Is this trade still valid? Sure, but I would say the yearly chart doesn't look very juicy. A monthly chart is strong. Okay, weekly is strong. We are just complex pullbacking. And like I said in my yearly top down, anything above this is long, anything below this is short. And what we could wait for, if you are exited that trade just like me, well, hopefully we get a monthly ACAT at a very strong monthly level. Let me just remove this so we don't have too much clutter, and then I get confused. So a monthly ACAT, well, that's look good. Then we just look left, we find a strong level of support, and we will hopefully get filled. And if this goes away, moves away without me in it, well, so be it. I made a decision. I told everyone in advance, being transparent and honest, because otherwise I could just say, no, I'm in this trade, I'm up 200 pips. No, I'm not. So, but price usually not always gives you like 2-3 chances to get in. Nothing has changed. If we get a monthly ACAT, let's do this. We draw a fib, 618 fib, or support and resistance, whatever comes first, and let's see if price comes down to get us filled. And the problem is you might get filled, and then price goes against you, stops you out for a full loss. The reason why I'm trying to say these losing trades is because I want you to get used to losing trades. We have been very spoiled, like the entire 2023, especially the last 4 or 5 months, where we had like a 70-80% win ratio. That's not normal, okay? And that won't be happening all the time. So we are very spoiled with having too many winning trades, okay? So there will be times where we will be having 4 full losses in a row. Does that mean that I lost focus, or I'm not, having a burning desire of doing this anymore? No. Has nothing to do with neither my focus or my price action reading or anything else. 2024, I want those who are serious about, trading, by 1 year from now, the 31st of December, I want as many of you has become a stage 4 trader and have a stage 4 mindset. So therefore, in these PMAs, I will be drilling exactly what you need to do in order to get there. The rest is obviously up to you. Find your why. Why are you doing this? Are you doing this for the right reasons? Or are you only here to make money? If money is your only motivation, you will never, ever make it in trading. Never, ever. You need to have a burning desire to learn, to be like curious, obsessed with charts, and having like a burning desire of learning how to read price and find that enjoyable. And then at the same time, obviously, you want to make money, of course. I also want to make money, but money is not my only motivation, never has been. I'm obsessed with charts. I want to see how price works. I'm curious, like, I see it as a challenge to predict the future, or at least have a probability prediction of the future. Okay, we don't predict because nobody knows, but just having an idea of what's happening in the future based on historical data fascinates me. I'm like obsessed with learning price. Okay, so again, I'm probably telling you stuff that you don't want to hear, but you need to hear. So therefore, don't worry about losing trades. You will always be losing at some point in trading. Maybe 2 times out of 10, maybe 5 times out of 10. As long as you are not breaking any rules, then it's, go for it. So let's see how things goes with this Euro Aussie. And for those who are in it to win it, congrats, good stuff. Hopefully you have a game plan. Okay, you're just not left it and hope for the best. So yeah, what you could have done instead of exiting at break even is to just have your stop loss below, because if price makes a lower high and a lower low, then you will get stopped out and then you don't want to be in that trade. That's another option.
So I hope you appreciated the advice that Darko talked about when it comes to losing and winning and your attitude toward both. Getting past that despair that most traders feel when they lose is critically important, simply because you will experience losses in trading. It's part of the deal. But how you deal with them internally is the big separator between winners and losers in this game. So thank you so much for listening in. And as always, leave a comment or ask a question below. We'd love to hear from you. Okay, thank you again. Take care. All the best.